Hey you guys, today we're going to read the story called The Long, Long Journey. It's written by Sandra Markle and illustrated by Mia Posada. Now this is going to be an informational text, and I know you guys know that means we are going to get real life information, probably about this animal, which you will learn about. And I also want you to think about asking and answering questions as you guys read. Remember, one thing that good readers do is they consistently ask themselves questions about what they're reading, and this helps them stay engaged. This helps them find information. It helps you practice being awake while you're reading so you don't wander off. And when you're doing this before, during, and after, you're understanding the text and you're understanding how things work. So how do you do this? You can ask your who, what, where, why, when, and how questions, okay? And we're going to look around in the text, look in the pictures for the evidence, and see if we can find some answers. So I know we're not together. Typically we would generate some questions before we start. We would jot those down. But for today, I'm just going to go right into it. You might be thinking, what kind of bird is this? And you might find out. So here we go. You can read along in your textbook if you want, or you can just watch the video, whichever works for you. Let me change this to one page. Crackle, crackle, crunch. The little female bar-tailed godwit at last breaks free of her egg. She steps into the world on long, wobbly legs. It's nearly midnight, but it's June in Alaska and still light. A cool wind blows the chick's downy coat. She shivers, lifts her beak, and squeaks. Peep, peep. See her shell? Her long, wobbly legs. See this right here, you guys? Crackle, crackle, crunch. Remember, this is called an onomatopoeia. The author uses it to help you understand what it sounds like. Pretty cool. Can you say onomatopoeia? The little female was the last to hatch. 2 sisters and a brother are nearby with their father. They are hunting insects in the grass. Their mother next to the nest trills softly, and the chicks come running. So if her mother trills, what do you think that means if the chicks come running? Is that the same as when your mom says, "Hey you guys, it's time for supper"? Your mom's trilling for you. They huddle with their sister, and their mother settles over them. This way, the newest chick stays warm and joins the family. For 2 days, the chicks stay close to the nest. Their parents take turns sitting on them to keep them warm. In between these rests, parents and chicks search for food. The parents need to double their body weight before fall. The chicks need to grow up and become strong. The little female learns to hunt spiders, crane fly larvae, and beetles. She eats all she can find. Why do you think they eat so much, the chicks? Are they trying to gain a lot of weight so that they can be big and strong, like their mom and dad? Soon, the little godwit and her family wander farther as they feed, but they are rarely alone. Lots of other godwits nest and feed in the treeless land. Sometimes other hunters come searching for food too. One day, an Arctic fox sneaks up and slips close to the little female. So, a part of their habitat is that they live in a place where there's no trees, because remember, treeless means without trees. So, do these birds have a place that they can get up in a tree and hide? Away from predators? Nope. But her father spots the fox and squawks a warning. The little female is not yet able to fly. She crouches low and stays still. Her coloring helps her blend in with the grass. Her father flaps his wings and swoops at the fox. Her mother joins the attack, and so do other adult godwits. The fox runs off without its meal. Whew, that was a close one. See her down there? So all these adult godwits work together to help keep their babies safe. For almost a month, the female godwit chick eats and grows bigger. She also grows feathers and loses her fluffy down coat. When the chick isn't eating, she's hopping and flapping her wings. Her wings grow stronger with each hop flap. What is she getting ready to do, you guys? Then one day, the young female godwit hops and flaps hard. For the first time, she does what godwits do best. She flies. Yay! Are y'all applauding like me? In mid-August, the mother godwit leaves. The young birds stay near their father. They eat and practice flying hour after hour, so their wings grow even stronger. At last, they follow their father to the coast. They join thousands of godwits gathered on Alaska's Cape Evanoff mudflats. The young female prances across the mud on her long legs. Every step or two, she pokes her long beak deep into the muddy ground to find and eat tunneling worms and tiny clams. Wow, she's come a long ways. What is it called, you guys, when a whole group of animals leave one place and move to another place during a certain season? So it was June earlier when they hatched, and here we are in mid-August. So is that word called migration? Yeah. In September, flock after flock of adult godwits leave the mudflats. By mid-October, mostly only young birds remain. The young female is one of the flock. She practices flying with the other godwits. In between flats, she feeds alongside them. She eats and eats, growing very plump. Finally, when dark clouds sweep overhead, the young female rises with the flock. She is pushed southward by strong winds. Her long journey has begun. She's on the move again. The young female flies through unfamiliar skies and over unknown seas. Although not one young bird has made this flight before, together they know the route to take. The young female squawks again and again as she flies. By listening for other godwit voices, she stays with the flock, even in thick clouds and heavy rain. So what are they squawking for? Is this how they make sure they're staying together? Yeah, even when the weather is not great. One day, a peregrine falcon hunting over an island swoops out of the clouds with wings folded and talon-tipped toes stretched out. The falcon aims straight for the young female, but she pumps her wings hard, climbs fast, and escapes. Another godwit isn't so lucky. We know how fast peregrine falcons are, don't we? We've talked about them before. Day after day and night after night, for nearly 8 days, the godwits keep flying. The young female is thin. Her wings stroke slower. Still, she keeps going. Finally, there's green and brown ahead. The young female swoops down with the flock to the New Zealand mudflats, where land mingles with the sea. She arrives with 2 final wing flaps and lands on wobbly legs. Then, folding her wings, she falls asleep. She's tired, isn't she? She made it such a long ways. Do you see these signs right here? It looks like a group of people. Oh, look, I can blow it up. It says, "Welcome back, Godwits." Welcome, Godwits. So this must be something that these animals do annually. And remember, annually means that it happens every year, right? So these people are looking for them to come. That's pretty cool. Get my page back right. The young female doesn't sleep for long, though. She needs to eat to get back her strength. She'll stay in New Zealand for 2 years until she's ready to raise a family of her own. Then, when March brings cool winds, she'll once again join the Godwit flock and make the long, long journey back to Alaska. So what did you guys think? Did you know about Godwits beforehand? Did you have any questions that maybe we were able to answer? Okay, look at this one. Godwit chicks stay with their parents when they are young. How does this help them survive? This is kind of just like you guys, right? Yeah, so Godwits don't live with their parents as long as humans, but their parents do help keep them warm and teach them to find food when they are very young. And so that kind of helps them stay alive, right? Okay. Think to yourself, maybe, using what you learned from the text, explain what it would be like to be a Godwit chick. It'd be interesting, huh? Alright, you guys. I so miss you. I miss talking when we're reading. After this video, you can go take your quiz that's in your paper packet, okay? And remember, you can go back in the text if there's a question. Oh, look, I have it pulled up. Right here. What is the passage mostly about? Remember, it's not just one detail that they're asking. They want to know what the whole story was mostly about. Not just one detail, okay? Right here, what reason does the author give for the Godwits making noise when they fly? If you can't remember, you go back in the text and find that area and read again to find your answer, okay? Alright, you guys. Miss you, love you, see you soon.